Hello everybody, Loki Magics, another day, another video. So I'm going to make this short and sweet for those of you that are busy. I think Charlotte at C-0 is complete trash, man. I wouldn't, look, if you want to pull one copy of her, I think that's totally fine. But she completely gives me Gilroy vibes. Like I feel like her and Gilroy are on the same level. Their kits look interesting. You could probably theorize, oh man, she's going to be good here and there. But at the end of the day, at C-0, I think she just doesn't work well at all. She's usable in some places, and I'll show you that. But maybe at C10, she could be even better. But when you look through her chivalries, there's really nothing in there where you're like, wow, man, this is going to make her a lot better. Because we have Nika, right? I feel like Nika is the golden standard now. Nika at C-0, she's amazing. And I think a lot of people agree on that, right? And then if you get her to C8, you're pretty much set. Like Nika is a game-changing champion. This woman here, she looks good. I like what I see, but I tried, and I just can't find a use for her at C-0 like I did for Nika. Now maybe at C10 I will test her out, but I highly doubt it. So let's get into this video, and we're gonna showcase her at C-0. You can see she's level 60. I got her relic maxed out too. Her storm is her starting weapon. And yeah, you'll see for yourself, right, why I think at C-0 is not worth it. And my prediction is at C10, I still don't think she'll be any better, but we'll see when we get to that point. But for now, let's showcase her at C-0. All right, so this is her premiere content, the reason why she was created, you know. And the sad thing about this, at C-0 and even at C10, I think Anya is going to outshine her. I mean, you know, every time, you know, Charlotte does an attack, she loses so much HP. Like it's almost you're tottering with life and death, right? Like, okay, she finally dies, she comes back, she has that shield, but her HP is so low, you can only do her A1. So you're kind of losing a turn unless she gets healed. And then on top of that, when she attacks again, look, right? She loses a lot of HP. You couldn't see it as much because she has that shield. So, you know, yeah, okay, that shield protects her, but it also kind of prevents her from doing damage if she doesn't have enough health. And her damage output at C-0 is definitely not a lot. Anya is really destroying this boss just by herself with the counter. We are using her flame relic for Anya, but storm does work too. And you know, just Charlotte, like, I mean, look at that. She just took so much damage for no reason by herself. You know, she's always on the edge of death. And then her revive mechanic is also on a cooldown. So if you get killed before that cooldown's up, you're gone, right? You're not getting back up. So, man, it's a tough one with her. You know, like, any champion with that gimmick type playstyle, I just don't think is reliable in this game. I mean, Gilroy kind of have the similar thing, right? He can do healing decay, but to keep it up, he has to, you know, burn his HP. Just stuff like that doesn't really work too well. It's better to have reliable champions that don't rely on hurting themselves. I mean, it's, you know, I'm not trying to laugh, but, you know, hurting yourself is a crazy idea. So why would it work in a game? I don't know. Just, it's a stupid thought, but yeah, I just I don't see a real good reason to use this new hero in this content. She's really risky. See, she died right here, didn't get back up, right? And the rest of the gang is just gonna handle the situation. And if you didn't know, I guess Anya here and Nika is really good. Even Morgan with the Storm Relic, man, it's that, I mean, probably these three could beat this content. You don't even need anyone else realistically. But let's check out the damage output. All right, so you can see Anya just blew Charlotte out the water, right? So she went 10 times, Charlotte went 9 times. So yeah, you know, that's crazy. Big difference. I know Anya's C10, but still. Okay, so lastly, we're going to talk about Arena. Now, the Arena meta changes all the time, so I don't know if Charlotte's going to be good in the future, but I just really have this feeling, man, that she's not, because we're looking at this clip right here, right? It's she's just one of those heroes that is kind of hard to build because you can't put a crit set on her because she doesn't crit if she dies. And you know, she didn't die here for some reason. I'm not really sure, but look, check this out, right? You attack with this A3. She didn't do too much damage, but she gets countered because, you know, we got Anya there. She's very scary to deal with. You need somebody that could hit really hard, right? But now she's alive. She comes back, but you know, what is she gonna do? Like, she came back, but look, I can't use any of her skills. I can only use her A1 because she doesn't have any HP. So now she just kind of just sitting there, like it's just so stupid. Like, I don't get it. And then she does a minimal attack and she just dies, right? So in arena right now, I don't see how she's useful, right? So we're gonna try someone else, and man, you know, and I'm not trying to make her look bad. I just don't know how to use her. That C-0 is just terrible, right? Especially when you're going, look, I mean, look, we're going to boost her up again. And, you know, I guess you could build her out to do massive crit damage here, but, you know, it's not how you're supposed to play her, right? And she doesn't have her, divine leakage or whatever, leaking divinity, whatever it's called. Yet she didn't die. And then now you're like, okay, am I supposed to heal? I don't know what to do. I want her to die, but someone else might die if I don't heal, right? So she really puts you in this weird spot. Now Ceres did die because of the other Ceres reflect damage. Alright, cool. She comes back. Okay, she's back again. So let's say you want to boost her up, right? Like, alright, it's your turn to do damage. But look, she just came back, but she can't do anything again. So her kit is very situational, very hard to play around, right? And she didn't have enough turns, so she just died again, right? Her passives didn't, I guess, go on cooldown, so she couldn't come back alive. Now this is all at C0, right? So maybe at C10 she'll be a lot better. With some new gear she might be better, but I really don't get it, because I really think the meta is still gonna kind of be something like this, right? You're gonna have a speed lead. You're gonna pretty much boost up Iruit, and she's gonna just come in there and snipe out the biggest threat. I mean, this single target massive DPS is so much better than AoE right now. I just think this game is really centered around speed, so it's kind of hard to get around that. I mean, go second team kind of works, but ultimately, you know, 9 out of 10, if you go first, you're gonna win. So, you know, it is what it is. It's an eventuality, right? Like, eventually it's just all gonna funnel down to who's the fastest and who can hit the hardest. So that's pretty much what arena is all about, boiled down. But when it comes to Charlotte, I don't think her place is in the arena. Now, some people might say, hey, we could put a shield set on her and she could stall, but I don't think so. I think you could eat through that shield and kill her pretty easily. But I don't know. But I think she's just not going to be that champion for you in the arena. I'm going to have to climb back to the top and see. So I will get her to C10 and kind of test her out at the top of the arena in different styles and see how it works. But my prediction for now, I just don't think she's going to be what anybody needs on their roster. Alright, so we're going to call this the end of the video, but before I go, let me just show you guys her gear. Now, we did put her in the new set, right? We got the Ascension set and the Safeguard, so you can see what it does. It's actually kind of cool, right? I feel like it is made for her, but you want some effect accuracy on her, some speed, maybe hit rate, just depends, and pierce for sure on the banner because she does not crit, some attack percent, right? So this is how I have her built out, and this is her overall stats. Now look, this champion here, I don't know if I can recommend her at C0. I think she's complete trash. Now maybe at C10 she's going to be a lot better, but I highly doubt it. I just think her kit is too confusing, too much going on. She's really easy to get killed. She's very conditional. I really feel like her and Gilroy are just in the same boat. Like, they might have one or two use cases across the game, but she's not one of those champions that's diverse like Nika, Anya, Morgan, Iruit. Lancelot, like those champions you could use in so many different ways. This champion here, I just don't think the risk reward is in your favor at all. I just feel like she's a risk and she dies and you get nothing back in return. Just like every hot blonde out there. All right, maybe that was too far. But anyways, since I made a terrible joke, let me just excuse myself. You guys take care. Have a nice day. And tell me, am I wrong? If I'm wrong, hey, I want to know. But you guys tell me your opinion on her. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next video. The next one will be the C10 version. So yeah, see ya.